Hey, what's up? It's your girl JRose. Thanks for tuning into the JRose Experience. We have an amazing episode for you guys today. Two amazing young poets out here in Philly that are doing the damn thing. We have Hazel the Aura and Francesca. We took some time to talk about how we can bridge the generational and cultural gaps of mental health awareness. And we also had a little bit of fun, sending some funny text messages to each other during our Off the Top segment. So make sure you tune in for an amazing episode. Keep growing. Hey guys, welcome to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose. We're out here for season 3 in Philly and introducing you to some really amazing creatives out here. Today's first guest is a poet. She recently published her first chapbook and she makes jewelry. I'm really interested to know, and she's super multifaceted, as most creatives are. So please give a warm welcome to Hazel the Aura.
What's up?
First I have to ask about your name, Hazel the Aura. Is it because you have like hazel eyes?
Yes, because of my eyes. I was looking for something that when people see me, like it's not going to change. And I was like, well, my eyes aren't going to change, so let's go with that one. And to be honest, I was listening to a song and Big Sean was like, my aura glows, and I said, yes, it does. My aura fucking glows.
That's a fact.
And I was just thinking about how, like, I wanted a name that described itself as well. So I could be like the poet, the singer, the artist, and I was like the aura, because I was told when I performed that I just have like a vibe. It's like I create my own little world, my own little space, and I was like, this makes sense. And I wrote it on some paper, and I was like, I like the way that looks.
You like the way it looks. I'm sure a lot of people, like, first thing they notice are your eyes. So we're like eye twins. Yes, all right, enough of that. So congratulations on your chapbook.
Thank you.
Right here.
Conveniently placed.
It's titled The Next Hood Over. And okay, so for the people at home that may not know what a chapbook is, can you give a little breakdown of what that is?
So a chapbook is about 30 to 40 pages, which is half of a full-length poetry collection.
Yeah, okay.
So this is my small little
like a mini
intro,
book.
Little intro into what I have in store, and it has been converted into an audiobook, which can be found on all streaming platforms. Next Hood Over, under the same name as the book.
Oh, amazing! You turned it into an audiobook. Look at you, girl.
Yes,
okay.
so
better get that audiobook.
Yes.
I really want to know more about the book. I know it's a poetry book, but like the title, what does that mean to you? And what are some of the pieces that you incorporated into the chapbook?
Yeah, so this book is about my home, Philadelphia. I grew up in Alny, which is a little northern. I live in North Philly now, and I wanted to celebrate the hood. I wanted to celebrate the culture that's in there. Like, so often when we hear about Philadelphia or see pictures, you see City Hall or places that are downtown, but there's a whole nother place north, south, and northeast. Like, there's so much more Philadelphia, and there's nothing like Philly hoods. Like, it's always a party.
That's a fact. I felt like I was still in New York. I was like, oh, we didn't go nowhere. It's loud. People are in cars.
It's so loud, and it's so entertaining, and it made me and so many people who we are. And I feel like if you can make it out of Philly, you can make it out of anywhere. And I just want to show the resilience, the strength, and the beauty of my city. The name came from one of the poems dedicated to my cousin. He's incarcerated. And in the poem, I wrote how he lived in the next hood over, which is Germantown area.
Okay.
And somebody picked that line out and was like, this would be a very nice title, because I didn't have a title for the book yet.
Really?
Everything was there and written, but the title was the very, very last thing I came
titles
up
are hard to come up with. How do you find titles for your poems?
A lot of my first lines are the title.
The title?
Yeah, like for my poem, I Want a Cheesesteak, the title of it is I Want a Cheesesteak.
Oh.
The poem, like when I first said I want a cheesesteak, I ain't talking about Geno's or Pat's. It's literally like, I want a cheesesteak, then the rest of the poem. And that's how it is for a lot of my poems. I was just going to put it Untitled, but I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want to. For me, just me personally, I feel like that cheapens the poem. Like,
yeah, it's kind of cliche too.
It's
like every
cliche.
poet has a poem. I have a poem titled Untitled.
Exactly.
I have a few of them.
And I've seen some other poets do it, and when I see something that other poets do, I gladly take it a part of my repertoire of what I can use. And I feel like that's the cool thing about art is just consistently like you're trading and exchanging ideas and energy.
Absolutely, yes. How, like, what was the whole process in that journey to even have the book published? I'm assuming you self-published it, right? Because it's a chapbook.
got it was published by Toho Publishing, which
what?
is a local
local publishing spot.
Right.
Cool.
It's very interesting how it all happened. So my book, I wrote a full-length poetry collection about like 60 to 80 pages for my senior thesis project in college. I studied creative writing at University of the Arts.
Yes.
And our final project was to create a full book. So right after college,
wow,
I was like,
serious project right there.
It was so hard.
I'd be so mad. I'd be like, I wasn't ready for this.
I was not ready. That's why it took me so long to come up with the title. However, I was saying, like, I think that I was so hard on myself because I knew I wanted it to be published. I knew that leaving college, like when I applied for University of the Arts, I was like, cool, we have to have this book. I know I'm going to be a published author at least 1 year out of graduating. So I was on Instagram one day and I saw a call for poets that wanted to be published. And I was like, well, I have a whole entire manuscript.
Wow.
So I submitted it and they accepted it. And in March, they published my book.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
It was really,
what was that like when you saw that, like, I'm guessing an email or whatever, when you saw that message, what was that feeling like?
I was like, what? I was very surprised. I still am holding this book. I'm still so surprised that like people are not only wanting me published, but they're buying it and supporting me. I was blessed to be like in a class with 7 other poets, so we all got our chapbooks published at once. So it was a nice transition coming out of college and being in that like workshop environment, and then going into like the real world with poets that are like 40 and 50 years old and been writing for forever, and I'm just like bright-eyed, bushy-tails, like, here's my poetry book. And it's cool to be like just as respected. Like at the end of the day, we're all artists with lives and we're just trying to express ourselves. Most importantly.
Did you have anybody that special in your life that like guided you through this process?
I feel like everybody guided me. All of my circle. A lot of these poems I've been sitting on for some years and I've grown with. Like I'm always editing, even though the book is published, I'm still like, it's always something different.
I could have said this a little different.
Right, I wrote it a little differently. I really think I'm thankful that the people that have helped me are like my actual friends and other artists as well. So like they're actually people that I look up to. Like when I see most of my friends performing, I was like, I want to be their friend, and now we're like best friends now. So it's really cool that I can rely and trust people that I genuinely like love. So shout out to my friends, because without them I wouldn't be nothing.
That's a fact. So you also, you know, you don't just do poetry, because I have yet to meet a creative person that just does one thing. Right. So you also started doing like making jewelry, right? Hand making jewelry, selling it, like you're rocking all of it. Tell me, like, where did you get the inspiration to do that? How did you learn to like make the jewelry?
Well, how it happened was last year when I was preparing for my graduation and senior photos, I was a broke college student, like seriously, like real broke though.
I think every college student is broke.
Yeah, exactly. That's just, you know, how it is. And I wanted to look cute for my graduation and photos, and I was like, I can't afford anything right now, so let's try to make some jewelry. And I started making it. I put on a YouTube video. I remember sitting in my dorm, I put on a YouTube video, and I tried following what she was doing, and I was like, I'm just gonna start rapping. So let me see. This is one of the pieces I made last year. This one, as well as my choker.
Oh my gosh. I love that ring. That ring is badass.
This was an accident, actually. It was too small at the top, and then I just kept wrapping it. Then I put a stone. But
how hard? You have to use like tools to wrap that, right? Because
I don't like using a lot of tools, because I don't want to. If you pull it too much, it starts like, you know, make little dents like pliers.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just use tools to like tighten it at the end. But this is all freestyle.
It's all like hands? You doing it by hand?
Yeah, all of it is hand. It starts out like a little like wire spool, you know, like a circle, and I just.
I can't. You like you have it in your hair. So what's like one of the like I'm assuming that you like to do things like different, because of the jewelry you have on is different. I don't really see jewelry like that. Where do you get like the inspiration to like try to go off of what you usually see?
I just let my hands guide me. I think the cool thing about doing freestyle rapping is that I don't have like a guide. I just
there's no like template.
Yeah, just going and going until it feels sturdy. That's kind of what I do, and I think of it like poetry, to be honest. Like I feel like everything that I do is a poem. The way I see the world is a poem. So I try to like communicate through.
Yes.
And when I give my family gifts, I'm like, I could write you a card, I could write you a poem, but I'd rather just like write it on a crystal.
I love that. Now, I want to touch back to the book that you, the chat book. I'm wondering, like, what is your favorite poem in the book?
That's a good question. You know, it's really
she's like all of them.
All of them.
All the Johns. Right? Is that what they say?
Actually, that's so funny because I was going to say, so like my very first poem that started all is titled That John.
Oh.
And I think it's my favorite because I wrote it back in 2015. I was asked to write a poem for the freshman orientation at my school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want a poem that welcomes everybody to Philadelphia because we had people from like all over the world, like Asia, Europe,
of course,
jazz, like any other college mostly.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I want people to get a real life experience of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And then after I wrote that poem, I was just like, I think I want to write about Philadelphia. Like, I think I need to embrace, because like growing up, you're told like, oh, you have to talk proper and you have to do this and be ladylike. But like, what does that even mean? It doesn't mean nothing if you're not happy with yourself. So
absolutely,
that poem taught me like I can talk how I want to, talk how I like to, talk how I grew up talking. I can be published as well. So
published the way you want to talk. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's a blessing. So I have like a weird question. I don't think it's weird, but you know, I really love shoes. I'm a big shoe fanatic. So I want to know, like, what are your favorite pair of shoes to perform in?
Any shoe that I'm comfortable in. I love my sneakers. I like to be ready because you never know what might happen.
Shit might pop off.
But not even like a bad way. I just really feel the most confident and comfortable. I feel the most confident when I'm comfortable. Yes. And that's like when I'm ready for anything. Like it might rain, it might snow, and I can't run in heels, but I can run in some Timbs. And like I don't mind like tossing on like a dress with some J's or like a skirt with some J's. Really, whenever it's comfortable, I will come out in some slippers. Okay, catch me on the right day. They're gonna be cute though. They my motherfucking slippers.
I hear that. I love it. I love it. I love shoes. So I know you have some poetry from your book that you're gonna share with us. Are you ready to do that?
Totally, sure, yeah.
Yes. We'll be right back with a performance from Hazel the Aura.
I want a cheesesteak. And I ain't talking about Geno's or Pat's. Take me to the hood where I can cop a platter with salt, pepper, and ketchup on the fries, and the same old heads be chilling in the back with black plastic bags in hand, and the young bulls practice for the NBA with the rec center's ball in a bottomless crate, and mama's voice chases the block. You better be home before them street lights turn on. And this time, the kids aren't cussing. It's grind time, slickhead. Both billowing up at the same weight, and the brother outside delivers his siren tune. CDs, DVDs, socks, pills, turtles. And the pastor sends his sermon to the people awaiting for scepter, and the hat cab hustles for his next customer. If you need a ride, I'm your guy. And the corner store is a gallery for the neighborhood's prom, graduation, funeral, and mall photos. An exact change means no line. And you can find your favorite rapper posed on any flavor of potato chips, and no one is confused with whiz or whiz out. And no matter what you order, it's only going to take 10-15 minutes, and the grease hugs the paper bag, its residue imprinting my body.
I'm so excited I got both my kids' appointments to get their hair done at Shining Star Kid Salon in Brooklyn, New York. The best part is, I get to pick up a couple of my favorite natural hair products like their Fearless Edge Control, or their Fearless Hair Oil. And these are just some of my favorite products to style my hair with. Head over to ShiningstarKidSalon.com to order from their line of natural products the whole family can enjoy. Or make an appointment if you're in town. Use code JRose20 at checkout for 20% off your online purchase. Keep growing. Welcome back to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose. I'm here with our next guest. She is a poet, a visual artist, and a model, and we'll probably find out what else she's got going on. Please welcome Francesca. Yeah, I had to say it like Francesca.
I like the roll for me.
Yes. Welcome. I'm super excited to meet with you in person because we connected on social media, like most people. So it's really dope that I get the opportunity to meet so many amazing people in person. So I want to dig right into your many forms of art, right? So you are a poet, you paint, and you're modeling. So I want to know, how does your painting and your modeling tie into your world of poetry?
Okay, so first with the paintings, we all have like this world inside of our head, right? That nobody can really see. And for me, it's like with painting, I had to learn how to go ahead and be able to see what I'm seeing and then put it onto a canvas.
Yeah.
But that also was able to be used as a way for me to further what I want to say or show verbally, which is where poetry comes in.
Yes.
Now, with modeling, a lot of my poems are from experience and what I've learned and those feelings that I want to walk with every single day. So with my modeling, portraying confidence, portraying the love for my body, portraying self-discovery and the different places where some of my older pictures to recent pictures have, gone, that timeline, it's just a way for me to be like, all right, well, this is my experience. This is how I want to go ahead and go through that. And I'm now shedding that self-doubt. I'm shedding that insecurity. I'm coming out of it being confident. And just being able to model and love myself is a way to go ahead and show a result of where that detox is at.
Yeah.
And then to where it actually transformed and morphed into, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, so in this short little answer, that's
What would you say your style of writing is like?
In what sense? Like how I feel?
Well, like, what are the things that, what are some of the themes, the common themes in your poetry? Things that are important for you to express?
I guess I would say healing. Like trying to heal and release. And it's usually, if it's not over a heartbreak, it's over a transition in life.
Yeah.
Or a way to really reflect and dissect an experience. If it's not a heartbreak, but even about myself. So really, I would definitely say self-healing.
Self-healing?
Yeah.
I remember reading your bio, and you mentioned how, you really want to advocate for, people just having like a positive body image. So, what are some of the things you had to do to kind of get into that space where you're comfortable with yourself?
Well, tell them to fuck off. That was the first thing. Because growing up being dark-skinned and chunky in school, you was not getting no, oh, hey, it was my mom, it was my aunt, it was my grandmother. That was at home. And sometimes you a kid and you're just like, all right, they love me, but they're just saying that to be nice. Or whatever. So having to really like take what they're saying and become the own voice in my head saying that to myself and just being like, you know what, there's something about you that's projecting, fuck y'all, and having to learn that from like early as the age of 9 years old. That's when I'm just like, all right, is it really me? Because I feel like this. So honestly, I had to just learn how to just really just quiet the negative external noise that was going on outside from everybody else and just be like, nah, like, how do you feel? And honestly, sometimes you gotta fake the funk. It's not gonna always be easy while you're going through puberty and having to go ahead and be a teenager, learning yourself, and then even as an adult to be like, you know what, I don't feel like this today, but somebody probably wishing for me to feel the way that I'm feeling right now. So let me go ahead and talk myself into loving myself or being that boost of confidence that I need, because you're your own cheerleader at the end of the day. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
What's a piece of advice that you would have given yourself if you went back in time? Like, what piece of advice would you give, 15-year-old Francesca?
Keep doing what you're doing and stop doubting yourself. Like, you got it.
Girl, you
chill
got it.
Like, chill out. You got it. Like, because I was always just doubting myself once again with just having, like, people just being on me or anything like that. Yeah, I would just say you got it. You're beautiful. Whatever you want to go ahead and do, you can do it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a blueprint if that's really what you want. And you have everybody else telling you something else. So don't wait for somebody to tell you to do something. Just do it.
Yeah. When how long did it take you to like hit the stage with your poetry? Were you like one of those people that wrote and just jumped on the stage, or did it take a while?
Well, I just started my whole like creative journey as like officially an artist a year ago.
Wow.
So the first time that I hit the stage, it was actually I believe it was in March of this year.
Wow.
And
right before the pandemic started.
Right. No, this pandemic, I'm so over this pandemic. Oh my God. Like, yeah, that was like right there, and I haven't performed since. Like, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you? How did it feel to get up there?
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But just to hear everybody go quiet and then go right after, I'm like, oh, y'all feeling that? Y'all feeling that? Okay, wait, I got more. So, like, I got more. I'm just like, oh my God, okay, yeah. And like, even with carrying out through the poetry that I have in my captions on Instagram as well, and to be able to be like, oh, it's a snaps from me in my comments, or even have people have separate conversations, I'm just like, oh, y'all really relating to what I'm saying. That's the other different type of healing, to know that I'm helping somebody else as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's where it's at for me.
So, and the modeling thing, where'd that come from? Like, was you just like, yo, I'm cute, and everybody just needs to see this?
I mean, wait, I was like, no. The first time I modeled, it was with my friend in college, and she was like, yo, I need to do something for like this project, because she was an art major, and she was like, can you just model for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. But after that, I was like, I'm actually feeling this. I can see how this could actually help the kid out. You know
that's a confidence boost too.
Yes,
when you see
really
it, you're like, you made me so beautiful.
Right? And then they go, no, you were already there.
That was,
enhance
typical
the beauty.
photographer.
Right. Like, all right, gas me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that just carried out to like this year. And I'm just like, y'all, we're going to do this. We're going to be here with it. Somebody put me in front of their camera real quick, and I'm going to be making it. We're going to make it happen. Like, we're going to make it happen.
So if you had to pick one form of art to do for the rest of your life, poetry, painting, or modeling, which one would it be right now, the way you're feeling?
I don't know.
You got to pick one.
Okay, so with painting, I'm doing understanding right now, so I can't really draw my hand to a canvas in order to really dissect that stuff. Poetry, I've done my detoxing right now, but I know a poem's going to happen someday again, because challenges never stop.
That's so true.
Modeling, that's always fun. You know, that's definitely a hobby. So if I were to do something as of right now, I'm going to say painting.
Painting?
Yeah, I'm going to say painting, because that got my heart, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What made you pick up the paintbrush?
Honestly, okay, so I've been painting since I was younger.
Oh, so you already had the talent.
I guess.
She laughs.
I was just like, like I used to be that one dramatic kid, like just painting in my room to just really just be annoying to my parents. Like, don't talk to me. I'm painting a black circle on a red canvas right now. Trying to tell you how to avoid, and inside of me, something like that. And then, like, having, like, pictures with, like, a flower with black lines on it, meaning I'm a princess trapped in a house, I'm not being free. So, it really just started off, like, as a message to be, like...
It was a cry for help. Y'all got me trapped.
Being dramatic, and then to being like, well, how can I do this? Because I like it. You know? And I took it as an elective in college. Oh, and nice. That was just to go ahead and get away from the seriousness of other, classes and stuff like that. And then just to see how I was like, you know what, I feel like y'all hindering my creativity. How can I just go ahead and do this? And just seeing that little bit of, like, ounce of curiosity that I had for it, I was like, all right, I want to tap more into this and see what I can do. And then my first piece actually got me out of a time in my head that I just did not know how to say I want to feel like this until I actually put that on there. So I think it's just being healing or being able to help me want to get across what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so that's what I'm just like. How does your, because you come from, you have a Haitian background, right? Yeah. So, like, how does your family accept your, like, passion for art? Because if I know Caribbean parents, girl, and they be like, you're not going to make money like this. You need to be a nurse. I've heard it. So how does what's your family's response to your passion for the arts? Well, first they laughed. I mean, my dad laughed. My mom was snapping. Because she came home one day and was just like, I ain't seen you with no books. And I was like, I kind of dropped out.
Oh shit!
So yeah, I'm getting depression from reading these books. It's not the wave, sis. Like, I just don't want to do this no more. And she was just like, "What do you mean?" Like, my mom was a doctor, so
Of
she's
course,
like,
yes. She's like, "Wait a minute,
hold up."
Yes.
What do you mean? So like, she wasn't for it until she started seeing me really just being happy, and then like going to vending shows every weekend, and then coming back home being like, I made some bread. This could actually work. And now she respects it. And she just seen me change it to somebody. And she's like, you know what? If this is what you want to do, you better have a plan. Because them student loans, sis, you're going to have to find a way.
Well, you know, at least, you know, you saw her to open her eyes a little bit, you know. And the more you continue pursuing this passion and showing the results of it, you know, she'll be happy for that. Yeah. I have a weird question, you know, because I like shoes. You know, that's my thing. So what are your favorite pair of shoes to perform in?
I like some dope ass boots.
Yeah.
Like some chunky boots, some creepers, like just...
Creepers?
Like
what's a creeper?
Like them creepers. Okay, those platform boots.
Things
are like platform on She said creepers. They're like platform, like them chunky platform shoes. Yeah, like that actually on the boot, or like some vibrant colored boots or something with like gemstones on it. Like something like... I'm 5'3", I'm not that tall. Yeah. I don't care to look tall and look like that, but like the second you see me, I got my chillin' ones on today.
Those are cute too, though.
But I want some nice ass, chunky ass boots. Like some statement boots, I'm cool for.
Cool. Yeah. Like that. I know you got a poem for us. Yes?
Yes.
All right. I was waiting like, girl, don't say no. We'll be right back with a performance from Francesca.
Hey. I do not owe you my allegiance. See, the funny thing about being beautiful in the eyes of someone else is that they think that your beauty is theirs to own. I do not owe you my allegiance. I do not have to cover my skin with webs of loyalty to you, walking 2 steps behind you, breathing a breath after you have made it past your next inhale of life, patiently waiting for you to tell me when I can go free. I do not owe you that. My skin belongs to me and God alone, the crown she gifted me, fitting only one skull. Nothing you say will ever benefit me in the long run unless these words come from his lips, whispered into my spirit, leaving through my peace as I repeat them facing my reflection. There ain't no bunk bed 6 feet deep, only souls of traveling neighbors to the next life. Now I see why you may want to melt your skin with a queen such as myself, but that cannot be, since I stand aside you, yes, aside you, not behind or 2 steps further. Our chests facing the sky, taking punches from the same world. Though you may have all that testosterone, she is the backbone. Though you may have all that muscle, she is the gate that presents other lives. She does not owe you her allegiance. Even though you know this, you still grip firmly onto her hand. Everything your pride once plunged on is now fading away. Finally realizing that it is her that you owe. We open our eyes, exhaling, completing the crossover. She knows you no more.
Whether it's tax season, the holidays, or whatever falls in between, you want to make sure that you're being smart with your money. So go visit my girl, Queen Candace, at the Queen Blueprint to learn how to gain your financial freedom. You could get a personalized debt payoff plan, a full financial overview, and learn to repair your relationship with money. Smarter money moves are waiting for you at www.thequeenblueprint.com or call 877-387-BLUE. Use code JRose20 for 20% off of all our financial services. Welcome back to the JRose Experience. I'm your host, JRose, and I'm here with both my guests, Hazel the Aura and Francesca. And we're going to get into some group discussion time. And then a little later, we're going to play a little game in our Off the Top segment. But for now, ladies, we're going to dig into some serious talk, all right? We're going to get serious. What I really want to talk about is bridging the generational and cultural gaps of mental health awareness. So basically, you know, sometimes the older generation doesn't like to acknowledge mental health as something that's important. And a lot of times even other cultures from, you know, religious standpoints and from other countries, they just don't feel like therapy is something that we need. Sometimes they're like, oh, just pray about it, but that's obviously not what, we need more than that. So I want to talk about like, where do you think, how do you think we can bridge that gap? How can the older generation and other cultures realize that like mental health is actually really important? Take it away, ladies.
Cool. Great. I think that we have to start with talking about it in an unfiltered, uncensored way. When you posed the question, it was like, the older people, how they like may not be comfortable with talking about it, and then that makes us uncomfortable talking about it. So it's like we never become comfortable talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going to become comfortable talking about it, one of us have to start that conversation.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
We're trained to like wait on our elders to come to us to talk to us as a sign of respect.
Mm-hmm.
But one day we're going to be elders, and we have to learn how to navigate respect for ourselves, and that starts with self-love and self-help, and that's all in mental health. And being somebody that's an advocate and who has suffered with mental health for like years, I had to have a lot of tough conversations with my loved ones. Mm-hmm. And telling them like, hey guys, I need help. And especially being a minor, it's like, I'm looking for you guys to help. Like, you can't just neglect me because I'm going to be stuck.
Yeah. How about your experience with this?
Yeah, well, definitely relating to what you said about like, the Caribbeans, they don't care. not all of them, but it's simply blunt. Like, okay, go pray about it. I've been told to go pray about that. Before dropping out, I did go through a dark mental time with just seeing the same four walls in my dorm room every single day for months, and then that eats you up. Similar to quarantine actually. Yeah. And like you find yourself into a depression, and you're just like, yo, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, what am I supposed to do? And everybody's like, toughen up. I don't know. Like, and then you just feel like, all right, I gotta toughen up. Meanwhile, there's other ways, You could have went to therapy, you could have done all that stuff, but nobody's telling you any of these options. Yeah. Because it's just supposed to be something you're supposed to know or just carry through because they did it, failing to realize we're in a different time. Mm-hmm. What y'all had to deal with and all that generational trauma that y'all bring, to the forefront, we didn't ask for it, but there's other ways. You can actually acknowledge them now and be better. You don't gotta go ahead and just be like, all right, well, we have to go ahead and learn how people before us who did the same thing before them just dealt with it. So I think we just got to go ahead and talk about it because it got to stop. And not the mental health issue, I'm just saying the neglection to realize it and speak about it and bring it to the forefront. Yeah. I mean, aside from talking about it, what do you think would be another approach to kind of like shine some light so that others can actually see that this is important?
I think of everything like a conversation. That's just how I think of life. Like, even when I'm doing my artistry, I still approach it as like a conversation. I guess like through conversation becomes integration. Like you can talk about stuff all day, but like what's your action plan? Because there's many of these advocates, especially on our social media, that preach things all day and they're literally doing the exact same opposite. And I personally try to practice what I preach. Like whatever I say out into the world, I know that it's going to like come back to me. So I make sure that I try to put out good vibes, good energy. And you know what? I'm not always having a good day. And I think I say that to say because like we need to check on our happy friends. Like I'm one of the happy friends. People see me happy, hype, bubbly. But like in that same energy, I also get extremely sad. And like my happiness is as strong as my sadness. And through my social media, I try to like document that sometimes I'm not having a bad day. I'm like, okay, y'all, send hugs, send hearts because we are all here for each other. And like sometimes it's not even a conversation, just being in the room and just making eye contact and knowing like you're not alone is also okay. So I think there's other ways to communicate with each other and like just vibe off of each other, letting each other know like we are all here.
Yeah, we're in this together. What do you think is something that needs to be normalized about mental health? What's one of the things that you feel isn't normalized?
Not attaching certain behaviors or certain solutions to these mental outbreaks or issues to a specific person based off of where they come from or their race or their gender, like men. And saying, all right, you got to toughen up and be a man about it and don't be a girl or don't be anything else that's gonna be weak or whatever. And then woman, it's like nobody really, comes to us.
No one
like,
questions
she's crying.
it.
She's just having
that's what women do.
just being
They cry.
Yeah, so that's a big thing right there. Like those gender roles play a big factor with how people want to go about even having to address that kind of stuff. So that's that.
And how do you think we could like support men more when it comes to that?
Listening is as important as talking. Oftentimes we don't leave space for anybody. We don't even see if it's okay to emotionally dump. Like maybe sometimes they don't want to fucking hear what you gotta say. That's cool. That's fine. That's cool. True. It's like, all right, you know what? I cried to you 3 times this week. You don't need a 4th time. It's like I don't need to cry a 4th time either. That's fine. Yeah. But I think like letting each other again know that we're here. Like some people literally just do not know that they can even cry. Like a lot of people are like, cry? I don't even think I can do that. I'm like, I cry over I'm happy, I cry, I'm sad, I'm hungry, I'm crying because I know
happy cry is like
it's all good. You have to get it out of you, and you just gotta be there for people. Like literally, it's very. I know I'm saying that a lot, but like it helps a lot when people that people love and care for you. You want to do good, not only for yourself, but for them as well, because it's like, I have something to look forward to. I have something to like live for. I have people to live for. I have a whole legacy to leave behind. Even if it's my friends.
Yeah. What's like advice that you would give like one of your friends? Like you mentioned off camera, you were talking about a male friend of yours who you were like, hey, no, it's okay for you to like be sad. It's okay for you to cry. Like what other advice would you give someone who's going through a mental health situation, but they just don't have the support at home?
Be bold enough to be the first one to say the way y'all dealing this and the way y'all approaching me about this is not okay, and I'm not going to respond to how you're comfortable to make sure that you're good. Meanwhile, I'm suffering. Yeah. And I feel like those gender roles plays into the culture where people are just like, all right, well, this is how it is. So you gotta take it. Like, be the first one to be like, nah, like I gotta mentally check in with myself. I'm not okay, and I'm gonna make everybody up in this bitch uncomfortable until we get me some help, so I won't end up dropping that trauma to my legacy, and now my kids got the same problem, and they don't know how to deal with this, or now I can't even be around you, and you're looking at me like I'm crazy, or there's something wrong with me, when really I just need some help. So make that shit a little uncomfortable for some people until we're all able to be like, all right, we got to be more aware, and just don't be scared to go ahead and just be like, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on with me.
What's like one thing that you had to tell yourself to talk yourself off the ledge?
Everything, to be honest. We've been at that ledge many a times.
Oh, yes.
I think, even now, I'll give a small example, like performance anxiety. Like, I've been performing on stage. Like, my family had a theater, so like I was born on stage, but it's still very scary being in front of people. And I used to just perform and run right off stage, but like now, this may seem like whatever, but I just think about all the things, like concrete things that I like have, like, okay, you have a book, you're an author, you were featured on WHYY, just like all these little nuggets, you have a degree, and it's like, why am I being so hard on myself? Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, I could just open my resume and show, like, you don't suck, because like, why would people invest in you if you sucked? But it really starts with like yourself. Like, you're stuck with yourself every single day, so you kind of have to be the navigator of your own ship, and sometimes that's having a hard discussion with yourself. Like, people are like, girl, why are you so hard? Because I'll talk to myself out loud. Like, we're having a business meeting up in here.
We're always hard on ourselves as creators, though.
Your worst critic. Your worst critic.
But you have to have those rough conversations with yourself so that you can have them with everybody, because like, you need to stand 10 toes down, especially when you're approaching elders and stuff, because it's very scary. And you have to be like, listen, you're unshakable, but so am I. So like, let's talk about this. Don't be sad. And we're going to get uncomfortable till we both comfortable. What's that?
What do you tell yourself to talk yourself off of a ledge?
You're bugging. Like, chill out. That really is me. Like, I feel dramatic sometimes with myself, and I just got to check myself sometimes to be like, you're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Get that yoga mat out. Let's go. You're in the routine. You know what I'm saying? Write it out in the journal. Like, do what you got to do. But in the very moments when none of those things are, reachable. But, like, I just got to be like, count to 10. Inhale. Breathe. You're going to be okay. It's really just that. Like, just repeating those words in my head. And when I'm drawing, you have to hold yourself accountable and be like, come on now. you're drawing.
These young ladies are out here dropping some serious gems. Okay. Y'all want to play a game?
Yes, let's play a game.
Yes. All right. It's time for our off the top segment where we play a randomly selected game. And sometimes we get creative and we make stuff. And then other times we just have fun with it. But at the end of the day, it's all a good time. Where's my cards? All right, ladies. Are you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right. Pick a card and card.
Okay, cool. This one. Do I read it or you read it?
You can read it.
New phone, who dis?
New phone, who dis? I love it. Yes.
Yay.
All right, I'm going to go get these cards so we can play new phone, who dis? And we're going to have some fun with some text messages. Y'all ready?
Yay.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Awesome.
From the brand that redefines the chivalrous style of today's gents comes their exclusive Key to the City collection. I'm super hyped about this collection because no matter where we go with the JRose Experience, no matter what city we're in, I'm going to be able to rep for New York. And people are going to know where I'm from. Hit up Gent and Scholar to rep for your city, including keys to Atlanta, Chicago, DC, Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, New Orleans, Philly, St. Louis, and of course, New York. So head over to gentandscholarcode.com and use the discount code JRose10 for 10% off your purchase of $50 or more. Keep growing. Ladies, want to know what I love as much as chocolate? Fashion. So of course, I'd end up dressing in some Fashion is My Chocolate styles. Head over to fashionismychocolate.com for collections with unique details, comfortability, and versatility. Use our promo code to be the sweet tooth of fashion no matter what mood you're in. Make sure you enter JRose at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Keep growing. Okay, we're back. We've got our text messages. I've got my inbox. These ladies have their replies. And I'm going to read out my message to your phone. And you guys are going to pick and read out what your reply is going to be. Yeah, ready?
Absolutely.
All right. Incoming message. Don't freak out, but I just got a tattoo of your name on my lower back.
Or do we just yell it out when
She's
we
not,
got the
she's not excited. Just pick it.
Okay.
Wait for her to pick it. All right. What's your response?
We had sex 4 years ago. I was like, I think that's good.
Anybody been through that?
Yikes.
Alright, mine was, I'm filing a restraining order and this will be going in as evidence.
Absolutely.
You ever been through like one of those stalker situations? Yo, both their faces.
Like I'm calling your mom. It has got to stop.
It's not the wave.
Yes, stop it, creeps. All right, next incoming message. Hey, can I crash with you for a couple days? I think my cat's mad at me and I need some space from her. Yo, go ahead. What you got?
Excellent. I'll pick you up on my scooter. You and the kitten. Let's go, guys.
Yes. Let's go, Experience.
Alright, I'm still not over you crying after we had sex.
Guess you gotta stay with the cat.
Right.
But wait. I mean, I've had sex sometimes that was so good I wanted to cry, but you know, I'm just emotional.
It's actually normal though, but I'm not gonna leave it.
That's normal?
Yeah,
okay,
all
so
your hormones and all them Jones going up crazy after that. It's normal.
All right, I said too much. All right, next incoming message. Hey, so I'm pooping at this 7-Eleven and your number was carved on the wall. Do you want to hang out?
What?
Yo, why would somebody say that though? Like, I'm pooping. Go ahead.
Stop texting me. I'm taking a bath and you're ruining my peace. Because that's me. It's my peace, okay? Energy.
Alright, this is why I think we should start seeing other people. Because they're drawing.
Crying. Imagine getting that message. I'd be like, delete it all.
Right? You gotta gotta sit
blocked.
with that while you in the bathroom, like, damn.
In my tub.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Whew. Next message. Hey, you forgot my half birthday. Not mad, just disappointed.
Mad.
You suck the teeth.
Are you seriously texting me while Mercury is in retrograde? That is all messed up. I feel that. Because it's just always
that retrograde
be
getting, yo. Like, I be done.
They be really getting you.
Alright, this just says, again? Which is like,
No,
I'm
that's a
annoying
terrible
you
response.
for annoying me about being annoying to you for forgetting about your shit. Clearly, I don't care.
My half birthday is important.
Right?
Okay? If Facebook ain't remind me, it must not be.
Thank you, Facebook, for the reminders. All right, last message coming through. You want to meet my goldfish this weekend? I think you guys would really vibe.
Now's no good. I'm so high, I spent the last hour looking for my phone with the flashlight app. Throw the phone away. Throw the blunt away, too.
Yeah, that sounds so stressful.
You ever been... I'm not even going to go there.
No, is the answer.
Okay. I will literally pay for your therapy out of my own pocket. This is next level psycho.
But my goldfish is cool, man.
Fuck your goldfish!
I feel like Rico Nasty said something similar about
But goldfish? Listen, don't hate.
Her dog? You talking about her dog named Fish?
Oh, there's a dog named Fish?
Yeah, he's so cute. Sorry, I love Rico.
Listen, I got one last question for you ladies. It's a question that I ask all my guests. I have this belief that creative people are like superheroes. We have superpowers, right? We do things that other people cannot do, right? That's why they love us. So I want to know, what is your superpower? Insert Jeopardy theme song. No.
I guess I'm trying to word it. I'm trying to word it in a way. I think about this often, actually. So I don't want to say mind control, because I don't really feel like that, because that's like really strong. But if that's the only word to come up with, so mind control. I think of it like when I do my poetry and stuff, or any artist when they perform, they like are like they're navigating like the plane. They're driving the plane. They're the driver. So they're able to like just set a whole vibe, a whole aura in the room. And it's like, if I want the room to be sad or happy, then how am I going to convey that emotions? And then most of the time people respond the way that, like, put out a happy poem, people are going to be happy. Put out a sad poem, people are going to be sad. So I think that's my superpower, to be able to just like let people feel empathy. Ooh, that's my empathy. That's it. That's my superpower.
That is like the best superpower. Poets, that's our thing.
Ooh.
How about yours?
Okay, so I would say, I don't know, comfortability. Like I've been told, and I'm able to go ahead and embrace that and be like, if we don't know each other, you gonna get comfortable around me. Because I don't really, and of course we're forceful people, so it's like you can definitely put out barricades to make that not be the thing, and put your energy, switch your vibe up and be like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
But as far as like when I came in here and got to know everybody, I was like, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I hope that's being reciprocated, you know what I mean? But yeah, just being able to go ahead and be like, look, I feel you.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah.
We're human beings. Let's just chill out, you know? And yeah, I think that would be definitely mine, because I don't like people being so intense around me.
Yeah.
So I just be like, I'm cool. Let me make sure you cool. Because you a little...
Yeah, match my vibe. Let's chill.
Yeah.
No, I could definitely see that. You were just like very comfortable in your skin. You're comfortable with who you are, and you're comfortable with like just connecting with people. And you're Hazel the Aura is like the perfect name for you, because you definitely have an aura about you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you ladies so much for hanging out with me. It's been an absolute pleasure sitting down and talking to you guys. Before we say goodbye to the audience, please let them know where they can follow you, where they can find your work, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. HazelTheAura.com, at HazelTheAura on all social media, and Aura Glow Custom Jewelry for the jewelry.
And I can be found at JstFrvn because all I know how to be. It's like, no, it's it's JstFrvn, and all my art can be found on JstFrvn Art or at JstFrvn Art on Instagram. Both of those pages.
Yes, make sure you follow these ladies. They out here doing the damn thing in Philly. And of course, follow us, subscribe. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube at the Rose Garden Events, and we are on the gram at JRose Experience. And you can follow me as your host at My Crumble Thoughts. Thank you guys for sticking around and have a wonderful day. Keep growing. Peace.